If it sounds fine and the timer is ticked down already, let's get to it. This is a real wild card here. I finished up the Settlers and I went, well, I mean it wasn't awful, but it certainly wasn't the game for me. What'll I do until the next stream happens? So I sat down on the couch, grabbed my Nintendo Switch, and decided, you know what, I'm going to play through some more WarioWare Get It Together. And I played it for like 20 minutes. I was like, you know, I thought about streaming this before and said nah, and then I thought, well, I've got a bit of time, might as well fire the stream back up. We're going to be playing a Nintendo game later on anyway, so why not cleanse the palate of Settlers with this. So I'm a big fan of the WarioWare series. I've played quite a lot of them. I don't think I've played all of them. My favourite is probably WarioWare Gold for the 3DS. It was amazing. It had everything you could want in a WarioWare game. The original DS one, which I think was called Touched, but I might be wrong about that, was also very good. The jury's still out in this one. It's definitely very functional, it's got a lot of new things, and it's got a lot of spit and polish on it. But there's a little bit of soul missing, and the voice acting is just not quite there. Might seem a strange thing to levy against it, since for the longest time this had very little voice acting, but Gold really set the bar. Still, I'm enjoying the game a lot, so I think it will be second fiddle to Gold, which I don't think I'll be streaming. I don't have a... No, wait, Citra does that. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. We're playing this right now. I've already beaten the story, and whilst I could fire it up and play it through again, this game has a lot of meta progression by getting coins that you invest into your crew that I don't think do anything other than unlock new colours and things for them. It's still the same game. Anyway, there's a lot of record setting in this game, and I want to keep to it. Also, there's pretty much no story to this. Wario and his gang have made a new game, but the game is full of bugs, so you go through these worlds to destroy the bugs, and the openings will play anyway when I go through them. So I'm going to go through each of the levels, and if you've never played or seen a WarioWare game before, this is going to be an experience for you. Also, how in God's name am I meant to read the chat when playing this? Hold that thought. Keep holding that thought. Okay, I don't think you need to keep holding now. There we go, I got the chat set up so I can see it. So WarioWare games are a large collection of mini-games that you play very rapidly. And individually, they're all really, really easy. The difficulty comes from being able to jump from one to another very quickly. The added difficulty in Get It Together is that there are like 20 different characters in the game, and they all have different move sets and abilities and that. Basic, but you have to very quickly switch. Maybe somebody can run and jump, maybe somebody can't jump, maybe somebody can't run. Some of them have projectile attacks, some don't. And we're going to be playing with all of them mixed in from the get-go. And I'll try to explain what's going on, but there probably won't be a lot of opportunity for it. We're playing as Ashley to begin with. Little witch, flies around, she's got a hell of an attitude. So she can fly and cast projectiles, and this minigame tells us to hypnotize. So we swing this thing back and forth. You've got to very quickly figure out what a minigame wants from you. Take off. This is Dr. Krygor. He can swim in the air, he gets in, he blasts off. Do you think the addition of characters is a positive thing? Oh yeah, I actually really like it. It was a big difference to get used to, because in traditional WarioWare games, you just man the controls and you do whatever. There's no avatar for you to control unless it's a particular mission that has you do that. That's you. In this one, you directly control the characters. They didn't have all the gimmicks that a DS has. Over to the right, over to the right. And then they went with this, and I think it's actually really positive. I can see why it'd be worrisome, but no, it's good. Now we're playing as 5 Volt, I think she is. She teleports anywhere. She is really broken for a lot of minigames, but for some minigames she's a liability. Here's Mona, one of the OG characters of WarioWare. She keeps moving unless she holds still, and then she casts a boomerang. And I failed on that one. This is 9 Volt. He is also broken, but in a bad way. He's really bad. Like he's the worst character of them all. Who's this? 18 Volt? He can't move. He can only fire projectiles. This seems stressful, says Marvin. I can see that. But I find it more enjoyable than stressful. Jimmy T. This is another mainline WarioWare character. He's been in all of them, I think. Big musical guy with an afro. And all he does... Well, he can't move except for when you thrust him in the direction of where he's pointing his finger, and you control that at least. Very hard to do for precision minigames, but... Yeah, at least he has a bit of mobility to him. This is a boss stage. If we clear it, we get 1 life back. If we don't clear it, well, we lose a life. So it's the difference between having 2 and 4 lives when we come out of this. We've got to avoid things coming down from the sky and mash into this guy whenever he doesn't have spikes pointing at us. Jimmy T isn't the best for this, but he'll get it done. There we go. Done and done right. See, nice and easy. Individually, all the minigames are very easy. But you can very quickly not realize who you're playing as and not quite understand what you're meant to do, and that's where things come apart. Beat a boss stage, or even just lose on a boss stage and get far enough and you get these bonus stages where you collect money. Money, like I said, is used for meta progression, which doesn't actually help in any way. Oh, it was not tough at all, Endarius. But you're probably being facetious, coy, I don't know, there's all sorts of words. This is, I don't actually know this thing's name, but it's a weird creature that sticks out its tongue and moves around. This is Dribble. Dribble goes around in a taxi, ferrying passengers around with his buddy Spitz, and we don't get to play as Spitz. You can only play as Spitz if you have 2 player going. This is Mike. He's a karaoke robot who's got a terrible voice, and I'm not getting this done in time. There we go. I love GIT, but it's short unless you get involved in the weekly challenge stuff. But all Wario games are short. Hell, the first one on the Game Boy Color, I think it was, you finished with that in like a couple hours, and then there's nothing more to do. Right. Up. Second one is up. There we go. Master Mantis here is really awkward to control. He jumps from the floor to the ceiling. This is his student, Young Cricket. Less awkward, but less utility. He only jumps, he can't jump onto the ceiling. Here is the most chaotic one, Penny. She will go in the opposite way that you are aiming and fire her water cannon. She actually gets a level dedicated to her. I think she was a bit of a dev favorite in this one. This is, I forget her name, but she flies around and then she can ground pound. This is Red, Ashley's pet demon thing. He flies around and he launches bombs and he couldn't get that one done. Speaking of Ashley, who's the girl next door living in the haunted mansion? It's Ashley. Ashley's one of the stronger characters, because she'll fly anywhere, she'll maintain her position, and she has rapid fire projectile. The only downside to Ashley is she's a little bit slow. The developers of the game, I think, are playing around with some kind of feeding fetishism. All the characters are gradually getting fatter in the WarioWare games, and they're becoming more and more obsessed with food. Ashley is not one of the characters I would have expected to become obsessed with food, but she is. Easily does it there. Ooh, I'm getting some drift on my controller here. There we go, easy money. Especially since I had Ashley, she's just so maneuverable. I think Ashley's levels have traditionally been around food and or fantasy, but, well, we'll get to her level here. She is getting fattened up big style. The architect himself getting involved in development, no doubt. Not just Ashley, though. The Katana sisters are obsessed with food now as well. And they're visibly getting fatter in each game. Alright, the OG Wario. He flies around and he does a ramming attack. Very good, very versatile, very fast. Orbulon's probably my favourite. He flies around everywhere and he absorbs anything with his little ray beam there. Another food-obsessed character, Gold. He was herding pigs because he really wanted a load of food. Oh, crumbs. Gotten the wrong one there, and I don't know why. Who is it? Center one. Oh god, 9 volts, the worst! Whew. He doesn't stop unless you attack, and you only attack directly up. He is chaotic to play as. All the volts are really strange. Here's 18 volt again. the rocket was blocked above. Okay, I didn't notice that, and that's one of the difficulties in playing the game. You gotta very quickly suss out what's going on in front of you. But a lot of the fun comes from that. Some of them are like, oh bollocks. I was gonna say, some of them are like this, very quickly knowing what to do, and I just smacked it right into there. Okay, I couldn't ask for much of a better character than Dribble to deal with this. Not only is he a flyer, he can stay immobile in the air. He's really a lot like Ashley, actually. Except I think he's faster than Ashley, at the downside of not being able to shoot anywhere other than directly right. Oh yeah, this would be an amazing game for the commute. I find it as a good game to play before bed. Get yourself pumped up, blast through a few of the levels. Oh god, stay away. Said stay away. If you play multiplayer, you can play as Dribble's partner, Spitz, and Spitz is just like Dribble, but only fires to the left. But for some bizarre reason, you could only play as him in multiplayer, and, well, I don't know anyone else that has this game. And this being Nintendo, they still haven't really figured out online play, so you can only play this in local wireless. Give me the money. You need so many coins in this game if you want to do the meta progression. Are you enjoying the new WarioWare? Yeah, Demon. It's really good. Not as good as gold, but I don't think anything will be as good as gold. Let's go here. Yeah. Okay, I see it now. The left one was blocked. The more you play, the harder it gets. The levels get harder up to level 3. They each have a level 1, 2, and 3. Oh, this will be hard. Get over there. They each have a level 1, 2, and 3, but the game also speeds up the more you go. There we go, getting a speed up here for Penny. Oh, bollocks. Down to 2 lives now. Fortunately, Lulu, that's her name. This is Lulu. She's pretty good for that. Young Cricket, up, down, left. It's left, so I don't even need to touch it. There we go. My favourite ones you don't even need to do anything for. It's getting faster and faster. Ashley's up to empty this, but Ashley's a good character for that. There we go, Orbulon's perfect for this, because he can pick up items with his absorption beam. Now, it's not just potluck with characters, you can actually choose to play with a limited set of characters, but I prefer to play with all of them. Otherwise, you just will never touch the ones you don't like, and trust me, I do not like 9V. 5V here is really interesting. She sure is broken for a lot of them. Probably not this one, but she can teleport anywhere and destroys whatever is next to her whenever she teleports. The downside is, it's a bit slow moving this around, so if you're under threat, you need to move away fast. Easy does it now. Oh, bollocks. Yeah, I warped right into the spikes there. So now I got 1 life left. But I've cleared 40 levels, so I think I've managed to get the... there are some bonuses you can get in the game. Not sure if I've done this one already, though. You sound like an expert concerning everything WarioWare related. I wouldn't say so. I haven't been into the series for that long. Well, actually, maybe a decade. Has me worried about your well-being. It is a pretty strange game. Alright. Of all the people that's going to end the run, is it going to be 9V? No. There we go. Fortunately, that was a one where 9V was pretty good. Beat, beat, Mona. 18V up. There is a bit of lol so random, well actually the whole game is kind of lol so random humor, but it's pretty good. Alright, get that out of here, Lulu. No! Damn, done in by the toddler. Lulu was introduced in gold. It's kind of nice to see her join the mainline set. Okay, decent enough. So the whole game is about defeating these bugs that have infested Wario and the gang's new game. I wonder if we can actually play the opening. They have some videos we can play, but I'm not sure if they let you play the opening here. Maybe if we come out of the title screen and hit this, it'll play? How far does one have to come out of the game? Maybe all the way. Hopefully there's nothing incriminating on this. No. Must have scrolled off to the right. Good.
It's all done? All our hard work.
Yo, hurry up and show us.
Yes.
What's wrong with it?
Well, I'm glad that explained everything for us. At least it shows everybody getting absorbed there. That was Wario and all Wario's friends that he's built up over the WarioWare series. Wario's got a load of friends, even though Wario's a bit of an ass himself. They all like him enough to hang around with him, and they actually speak quite fondly of him. One of the stories on Wario is he never locks the door of his house so his friends can come in anytime. It's really rather sweet. Oh right, Christ, one player. So we did Wario's level, let's move over to Mona's That's Life. Each of the levels has a theme to them, and Mona's will be just stuff you see in your regular life. And of course we'll use all the characters. Only way to play. You gotta remember, Wario has an obscene amount of money from all of his treasure diving that he did in the Wario Land series. So no surprise he's venerated in Diamond City.
I'm home. Oh no! What a mess!
A rare display of highly violent Mona. That said, she tends to be in trouble with the authorities in the other games. Lore says she's a high schooler, but I'm not buying it. That puts her, what, under 18 and owning this mansion? Maybe rich people just live a very different life. Fill me in on it, TBW. What's it like? So, a series which you have not run, Jake, why not? The Wario Land series? I haven't touched a Wario game outside of WarioWare since the original one for the Game Boy, the very first one. I'm not even sure if it was called Wario Land back there, I can't remember. That was long ago.
Oh yeah. It is on.
Peel.
As for why not, I'm not sure I have a good answer to that. Just hasn't happened yet. Perhaps nobody has submitted a challenge for it. Or maybe they have and I haven't noticed. Oh, that was scary. But you know, we all face that in everyday life. Our glasses getting steamed up by, what was he eating there? Soba? Something like that.
Escape.
Oh yeah, I have to escape out of garbage bags all the time.
Looking good. I'm up. Yeah.
Imagine having glasses! How does it feel now, TBW? You gotten used to being part of the, no glasses master race?
Watch out.
Yeah, sometimes I have to hide inside teeth as well.
Rinse. Why not?
It's quite nice what they did with watery physics in this game. Certainly didn't have anything like that in previous Wario games.
Perfect. Plug it.
Of course, plugging other people's noses as well, another thing you get in daily life.
Turn on.
What the hell was the guy on the right doing?
Unplug.
This is Cat. She only jumps. As in, she will never stand still. She's always jumping up and down. She can be chaos to use in a level where you need precision. Oh, you're playing DDR again already? Has it been a week? Okay, boss stage is Pyoto. This is where you work as a warehouse delivery guy, I think. So you get your quota or whatever you need to do. Something that has the cup, the can, that thing. So I need... No, not that. Bin it. Grab that instead. Okay, Pyoto is awful for this because of the angle of the tongue. So something has the cup, the tinny, and the jug in it, so I need this. I can't get rid of that wee beastie, I think. That's going to need a tinny. That is not a tinny. Tinny and... No, not that! Something busted with this controller. Every time I let it return to... Oh, I mucked it up. Oops. Every time I return my joystick to the center, it pulls to the other side. Oh well, that's my problem to deal with. Nintendo and controller issues. What a duo. I wonder if I can return it for that. Is that... Well, I will try anyway. Glorious European customer laws.
Escape.
Right, get out of there. Teleporting right out of the bag. Yeah, I'll have to take it back. I don't know if I want another one though, if it just has the same problem though.
Of course.
Match.
This isn't even the Switch's controller though, as in the Switch itself. This is one of those Switch, what's it called? The standalone controllers. Now this one I don't know if the point is to stay away from those. I guess it is. Maybe they suck you up.
Peel.
Get your hand away. Let's peel this off.
With style.
Behold, I like this.
Rock.
Quit crying, baby. Whew.
Get it.
Yes. All right.
Plug it.
Up you go, Penny.
High note.
I accept.
She knows her place. Now you can just break teeth to make yourself a little hole in here. Oh, the Crying Baby streams were quite a long time ago now. About 5 years, I'd say.
Let's go.
Yeah, it would have been about 5 years now, I think.
Knock down.
Damn, 9 volt almost cost me that one.
On.
Who's your favorite girl in the game that isn't Wario?
Unplug.
I haven't really thought about it. I guess I'll check the menu screen. Oh, it would be Orbulon. Orbulon for sure. Oh my god, you might even be worse than Pyoro for doing this. Alright.
Complete package.
We need the yellow tinny. Don't want to misfire with this. We need another pair of boots, a tinny, and the other color of boots. And I want that cockroach or whatever out of there. A tinny, another tinny, a blue tinny. That means we just need the boots. I remember I live under the stairs. And I'm in Britain, but I'm not Harry Potter. A couple of tinnies for you. You know, I had a job that was very similar to this a long time ago. You want everything else? The title, I believe, was Picker. Oh, now I get to decide everything. 1, 2, 3, and done. Oh, I take it back. 8 volts, pretty good for this. The laser beam we were given wasn't that powerful, unfortunately. Alright, spin it right round. Give me those coins. Not bad.
I'm right here.
Look, working sucky jobs builds character. And that sounds like a coping mechanism, but after all these years I've come to believe it. Let's get rid of that. There we go.
Works for me.
Come on, Pyoro.
Hide.
Where are we hiding? Where are we hiding? Yeah.
Game time. Watch out.
I don't really think I understand that minigame whatsoever.
Peel.
Get back here. Blow up your face. With all the punishment games you played, Jake, you must have had more character than anyone else. Oh, that's how you want to see it.
What'd you expect?
Leave it to me.
Damn it, it's Cat!
Escape.
Oh, I can't escape that way because the boxes are in the way. Well, that was the worst one I could have had Cat for, I think. Dr. Krygor's up.
Get it.
Whew. Thread the needle.
Easy. Watch out.
Little difficult with Mona because she keeps moving, so I just try to ram her into a corner there. Alright, best girl Orbulon is up. He's going to plug. Up he goes. If you miss the nostril and hit the nose, it counts as a fail. Oh, bollocks. What an evil-looking crib for a baby.
Tidy. For science. Increase velocity.
Let's do it, Penny.
Turn on.
There we go. So the level's getting a little harder there. I had to push a button in order to be able to hit another button. And I think it's just going to start getting faster with no upper limit now, because we're at level 3 minigames. How many minigames do we have in this? Maybe about 250? That sounds about right. They're all yellow. That's going to be a problem for Old Man Master Mantis. A cuppy, a thingamajigger, one of those. So I want another kettle, I think. Ooh, maybe not. Another hairdryer? Oh, wow. Can't believe I got that one wrong in the very first one.
How humbling. An opportunity.
Thankfully, even if you lose the boss level, you still get the bonus stage. Show me the freaking money.
Yes.
Your concentrated copium.
Peel.
Ah man, especially after playing Settlers, this is a whole lot more enjoyable.
Match.
There's a little bird there kind of blocking my view, but we could tell that was 5-3.
Watch out.
Oh, this'll be difficult because I can't move away from these, thankfully. Right, I get it. We move the dust things. We move the dust things so they don't suck up the character.
Hide. Connect.
There we go. Hamburger drain pipes.
So ready. Plug it.
Up you go, Red.
Get it.
Was it the creep in Settlers you found annoying? I recall you did. I didn't enjoy the creeping in it, that's for certain.
Oh my.
I think that's how you get caught death. I didn't. There was a lot I didn't really enjoy about it. And I wouldn't even say it was that bad, it was just not enjoyable for me. Okay, on to the last life here. Come on, Penny, keep us alive.
Hammer. Next time.
Not good enough.
One.
Didn't figure out what I was doing in the hammer one fast enough. That said, good job, everyone.
Nap.
So, we solved Mona's life. Now it's time to deal with Dribble and Spitz, who have fantasy-themed minigames.
Let's go.
All, of course.
Come on, hop aboard.
We'll show you the stars.
This is what Dribble and Spitz are all about. Every game, they're driving people around in their taxi. There's a really comfy WarioWare game that it's a rainy day and you're on the dashboard of their taxi, and it's so good. And it's got these really muffled Game Boy music sounds that sound surprisingly good. So for all the spit and polish put on here, I still think there's an element of soul that can't be matched up with.
Tweeze.
And the games are every bit as lol so random as these ones are.
Save.
There you go.
Let's go.
Sometimes you just gotta go for it, even if you don't know what's going on.
Sweet.
Better to do something than nothing.
Protect. Sort.
It's a cake. That's a dough ring. Damn it, it's cat. Did I say 9 volts the worst? Cat might be the worst.
You chose well.
High five.
I see. Excellent.
How many?
There's 4, but I gotta carefully get to 4. Oh shoot, 4 please. Penny's really bad at precision.
Water. Show. Erase. So exciting.
I have no idea what this looks like to someone that is not into WarioWare. Probably absurdly strange and maybe even quite pointless. As WarioWare games go, it's pretty damn good.
Seek shelter.
Zanzibar just says it's bizarre. 4, huh? 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go, best girl Orbulon. Crumbs. Ashley, win us our life back, please. If I tap left, she ends up looking right half the time. That is... Is that drift, or is that something else? I need to check if I can... calibrate this later on. Precision's a pretty big thing in a game like this.
Unlock.
Gotta get that key over there. There we go.
Save.
Can it move to a direction when you're not touching anything? No, it's got a pretty solid dead zone. I think it's more that flick motion when it goes back. Get out of here. Maybe it needs a bigger dead zone. Alright, just shower Ashley in the money. No, wait, I agreed to start calling her Trashly. Thanks, Heldon. There you go, Trashly. You're worth 118 Wario coins and nothing more.
Tweeze.
There was a very strange entry into the WarioWare series, even for WarioWare. It was called WarioWare DIY, as in do-it-yourself, of course. And whilst it did have a functional game within it, the whole point of it was to create mini-games for others to play. Trouble is, it came out in the DS, distribution for it was not great. Maybe it was better in Japan, I don't know.
Save.
But it takes quite an element of creativity and artistic merit to be able to make good games for that. That said, you just go online and download all the Japanese not safe for work ones.
Trap.
Some of them are astonishingly well made.
High five.
Damn it, 9 volt. Gotta be so precise with 9 volt or you're waiting for him to do a second lap. And you don't really have a lot of time in this game.
I accept.
Water.
Splendid.
Beep beep.
Snapback? Yeah, snapback sounds about right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Easy. Because we have Mona, and Mona's very easy to control.
Thought so?
Why not?
Except she never stops. Wario's even easier.
Defeat.
Oh, which one's the wheel, Wario? There.
Launch. So proud.
I remember the Wii one. The Wii one? The what? Oh, crumbs, save me. The Wii one had a thing where you had to drop the remote testing if you had a strap or not. What? Sounds bizarre. Ooh, this could also be bizarre. Penny might not be so great for this one. Oh well. Oh well, no, she's got great offense, so probably just keep them at bay with this. And then... Oh, come on. There we go. Keys up.
Save all.
No! Phew. Get over there. Whew.
That's it. Showtime.
Oh, the WarioWare for the Wii, right. Yeah, I almost certainly didn't have that. Yeah, I didn't play any WarioWare for the Wii. Thinking about it, didn't even know there was a Wii one, but it makes sense. Everything came out in the Wii, even Dead Rising.
Escape.
Let's do this Orbulon. Best girl makes it easy.
Spin it.
I think it's pretty impressive how they managed to do this and have every level possible to be done by every character. That must have presented quite a lot of design challenges. I don't think a wee lass should be getting that excited about tweezing.
Acceptable. Defeat all.
Also, the nice things there. For example, Dribble didn't need to throw the spiky ball over to the right because he could shoot to the right instead. Ooh. Victory for Krygor.
Water. My turn.
This is going surprisingly well.
Back. Sweet.
There we go. If 9-Volt had missed that, I don't think I would have had time on the way back. Barely a kiss, but that'll have to do. Of all the characters, this one is hell with Henny.
High five.
Down low.
Ninja speed.
Rakuso says I joined in. I have no idea what's going on. Hard to blame you.
Seek shelter.
Oh,
Positive results. Ready. Huh. Defeat.
and to be fair, I didn't really know what was going on in that one as well. It's boss time. At least I don't have to do the warehouse work in this one. I have no idea how Old Man Master Mantis is going to manage this. He doesn't have an offensive attack, so maybe if he jumps on them, it'll be okay. Yeah, there we go. I'm not even close enough to hit the ceiling and walk. Oh, there we go. I can walk on the ceiling. Give me the key. Freaking. There we go.
Save all.
Let them go. Whew. Oh no. Get over there. Oh no, he's stuck. There we go.
Yes, a triumph.
There we go. I was only tapping left, but he turned right.
An opportunity.
Nice.
Oh,
Right on. Move to the beat. Yo, yo. Hey,
Open.
There
hey.
we go.
Real cool.
Oh, Franck was over there on the left, if you didn't notice him. Which you probably wouldn't, because, I mean, what the hell is even a Franck?
Oh yeah.
Happy to.
Okay, I don't think there's an upper cap on the speed anymore. We just gotta go.
We'll win.
But we got all 4 lives. Should be able to last a while. So the nipples in that plant.
Escape.
Let's go, Trashly.
Kick it up.
High five.
There. Oh no! Missed it.
Trap 2.
for science.
Erase.
Superb.
Game time. Smooch.
Oh no, no, I messed that one up. Did not time the smooching.
Count the hearts.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no! I kept breaking them.
Dodge.
Oh! That was dirty. That was pretty heroic. 56. That should be an unlock for me. Gives me a chance to go and check out some of the characters, actually. We unlocked all the food games. And we mastered fantasy with all there. So we get a bunch of points over in the top right. What do we do with points? Well, we go to the Emporium. We buy anything that looks interesting. None of them really look that interesting. So we'll go to the Clockade. And we cluck ourselves some gacha, I guess. And out they pop. Those were all just, you know, standard rare stuff, aside from one super rares. Even though we're paying premium for the rarities. They go from 1 star to 5 star. 4 and 5 stars are really all I'm interested in. A few 4 stars there, no 5 star. Let's try our luck on the scrubby gacha. I'll take 3 plucks at this. Very meh stuff there. There we go. If you always imagined this stream would be your one vestige against the flow of gacha, you were wrong. Here it is. Waluigi doesn't even appear in WarioWare games. They only invite him for the tennis. Alright, let's take that one shot on the rarities. Give me the goodie. Hey, it's one of those. Some kind of present. Alright, so you get all these different kinds of presents. I don't have many of the rare ones. And then what you do is you go to the break room and you give them to your favorite characters. To level them up for no real reason as far as I can tell. Well, actually, you get some customization options. You're at 21, so we can customize your color, although I haven't unlocked all of them. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3... Okay, I guess at level 30 you get all the colors, if I had to guess. And some special looks, like we could have Zombie Anna. Don't know what makes that baby face. She already is a baby. Fancy, but I prefer keeping people on their original look. Right, so I was talking about Best Girl. Our options are Mona. She's pretty wealthy and hardworking.
Let's motor.
I'm not sure if it's covered whether these are male or female, since they're animals, but they're probably male.
Adventure awaits. We'll do our best.
There is, of course, 5 volt.
Right here.
Yes, yes you are.
Control. Focus.
There's Trashly here. I think Trashly here is a very popular character. She's got her own theme tune as well, but she will never ever be in Smash.
Mission accepted.
There's Cat and Anna, pair of toddler ninjas, and like I said, these girls get fattened up big time. The whole thing about their appearance in WarioWare Gold was that they just could not stop eating food. It's just a... it's whatever. Not sure if Red's a boy or a girl. I'm sure it doesn't matter either. I'm surprised he actually became a playable character here. He's just Ashley's broomstick.
I was born ready.
Lulu was brought in the previous game, and she was part of the best minigame series, the ones directly against Wario. Such a good game, that.
Let's experiment.
And then there's Penny, who's gotten really good treatment in this game here. She's got her own theme tune, and I think we'll do her theme tune next. There's whatever the hell this thing is. Puro and... yeah, just... I don't even know. I think it's meant to be some kind of background character that they brought in as a joke for this game. Who knows? But the best girl is Orbulon right here. I really quite like Orbulon, all their appearances in the game. And there we go. Whether you like it or not, that is Orbulon. Okay, let's get back. Oh no, I was meant to give them some presents. Chat, who's your favorite looking character out of all of these? Aside from Wario, they don't all really have very fleshed out characters and personalities in that, so what you see is what you get. Wario Red, Wario Trashly, Mike, 9, Ashley Pure... Condom Head! I don't know, could be a few of them there. Somebody said they liked Jimmy, so let's go with Jimmy. Well, you can give out the presents here, and you've got to take a guess on what they like. I've given him a few things already. He really likes shower caps and mobile phones. Most of their preferences are in relation to little things they've done in the other games. Jimmy loved his mobile phone in Gold, I think it was. Actually, in many of the games, his minigames revolve around his flip phone. Let's try giving him... ooh, I don't know... a cake! Yeah, he seems to like it. You level him up, you get the bonus colors, but I'm not sure if it does anything other than that. What else would Jimmy like? Would he like his own private helicopter? No, he likes it a wee bit. Puro's a fine enough character. They're a little awkward with their tongue, but... Alright, would you like a Haniwa? No, he does not like it. It's only giving a lot of points because it was a high-level item. He seems like the kind of guy that would like a floppy. Give him a floppy disk. Oh, he likes it. Let's give him something he really likes. Here's a shower cap. Oh, hell yes. And since we like Orbulon, let's give Orbulon something. Do you want a yacht? What else would he like? Some meat dumplings? A donut? He doesn't seem to be responding well to these. How about a cobweb? It's hard to please this guy. How about your own wedding dress? There we go. I know how to woo Orbulon, best girl. Oh, we also unlock more art of you. Wonderful. That's a pretty old-style look of Orbulon. Narrower, slightly more sinister. Orbulon blending in a crowd. Orbulon trying to win a crane game. I mean, what is up with this art? I wonder if this is official art or just fan art they brought in. It's consistent in its style, so I'm gonna guess it's official art. Since we like Orbulon so much, let's make them nice and shiny. Sweet. Anyway, let's get on with actually playing games. Enough gacha. Let's go and play with Penny for a bit. Like I said, she gets her special mission here, which is really going to upset my player stats. But we all get to enjoy Penny's theme tune.
Hit. Steep. Extinguish.
Now, because Penny's whole thing is that she... Hold on, we didn't play the intro for this, did we? Oh, gotta fix that. Gotta fix that. We need to frame the situation. Give it some context.
Finished.
I have no idea why they cheapened out on the voice acting so much.
Grandpa? Sure. Here goes.
Reminds me of Kisaragi. Must be the glasses. Okay, now we can play Penny's Mix, now that we have all the story and context that we need.
For science.
I understand everything now, says Crash Musso. So, Penny's whole thing is that she blasts water out of the tank to move around, and she'll go the opposite way that you are aiming. Which sounds like chaos, and it is. But, you can press A to freeze your location, which is a godsend for actually aiming this thing.
High note.
I think this level's unique where you only play as Penny. Practically all the other ones, you gotta choose a multiple crew.
Just like that.
Unless there's something else that I'm missing to the game. Mucked that one up.
Ring.
Pardon me? Penny. Why must your minigames be so fun? And they clearly saved money on the VA to work on the singing instead. Okay, this will be trouble. Get under there! Oh no. Damn it, that's one of the harder ones in my opinion. Gotta bury the cat poo in the cat litter. Yeah, I think I got that one down pat. Yeah, I see Hamster saying watching this makes me feel like Jake's finally snapped and gone insane. It's been a long time coming. These people are all Wario's friends. Why exactly? Who's to say? Because Wario does nothing but screw them over. I think my favourite part's the opening to WarioWare Gold, where he phones them all up, asks them to do some work for him, refuses to pay them, and then says, the chumps fall for it every time. Man, WarioWare Gold is so good. If you're looking at this thinking you want to get into the series, it doesn't get any better than WarioWare Gold. Moyad. This is their first time saying anything here. Wait, that doesn't sound right. I'm sure I recognize the name. In any case, as for what's going on here, better just to embrace it. On, huh? Go, 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 go! No, yes. What do you call those dolls again? Give me a goddamn signal! Whew. Animal Crossing reference there, of course. Oh, we'll play 9 Volt. We'll get a lot of Nintendo games there. Where's the nose hiding? There it is. That's a very cute Wario. Look at what? Okay, center. And go. Babushkas are the old ladies, Finboy, not the dolls. Wow, that was fast. Visuals in that remind me of Digger T Rock. Hell of a game. Yeah, that must have been from some Donkey Kong game, but I don't recognize it. Oh no! Okay, got a pretty flattened penny there. 4, 3, 4. Nice. That's where I keep my brain. Red is saying that 9 Volt is ass. He's pretty horrible to play with, that much is true. Uh-oh. Oh! Oh, I overdid it! Bye-bye, Penny. Utterly thwarted, but even though we crashed and burned there, 640 points. I think you get 20 times the amount of levels that you go through there. I think to get the big unlock of points, you need to get 45 or so on that. Anyway, that was Penny's level. Next up, we did Dribble and Spitz, right? Right? Yeah, I'm sure we did. Let's do Nintendo. It's gonna be like Kryptonite for Hamster, but let's go. This is a quick introduction to the amps and the volts. Center is 9 Volt with Frank on his head. The big gorilla-like guy is 18 volt, and the donkey-faced girl is 13 amp.
So sweet.
And there's Mummy, 5 volt.
Quiet. She's coming.
We've all been there, right? Trying to keep quiet as we play games in bed. Oh yeah, this was 220% me as a kid. Well, we didn't really have augmented reality there, but I did have a Game Boy and a flashlight I held between my teeth.
Game starts.
Right, let's go!
Deliver.
I need to pick up the new Animal Crossing game for the Switch. I bet it's not very good, but I haven't played an Animal Crossing game in quite some time. Because it's just endless grinding with no payoff whatsoever. It's a pretty cutesy game. Golden Orbulon. I need 3. Don't know what game that's meant to be. But it's a Nintendo classic, they all are.
Defeat.
Wait, is this Tropical Freeze? What Donkey Kong game is that?
Find ghost.
Where's the ghost? There you are.
On it.
It's Donkey Kong Country Returns. Didn't need a return. Still a classic. Oh god, no!
Whoops.
God, I hate playing as Cat.
Don't get caught.
You chose well.
Spin it.
I see.
This other Nintendo classic. Right, that was a shame to lose life so early. I need to make my way to the boss stage and win it without taking more casualties.
Hide.
Say no to randomizer. Get out of here.
Watch out. Let's do this. Collect 2. Oh, me.
That was close. That was so close. 6 or 4?
Yes.
Surprising how that one can catch you off guard. You're sneaky, you're smart.
Yeah, yay! I knew it. Challenge accepted.
Alright. Not a big fan of Mona for bosses, but let's go.
Clear
What do we have to do? Oh, this is perfect for Mona, actually. Hey, and Darius, remember this game? Okay, I can't seem to hit those. Do. Mona attacks with her boomerang, which you then take control of the moment you fire out. Oh, now if you ever needed to be sold on this game, here it is.
Yay!
Yes.
Thank goodness.
So we got our 1-up back, full health, excellent. I'm not interested in playing any more Outer Wilds ever again. I love the game, but that doesn't mean I want to keep playing it forever. Alright, good job, Mona. We've got more gacha that we need to pay for. It's 5,000 coins every time I want to do a 10 times roll on the rares.
Land on goal.
3, please. Mike is a really uninteresting character. He flies everywhere and he only attacks upwards.
Find ghost.
I mean, really, he's the same as Dribble and Spitz, but he only fires up.
The 1.
Or I guess Trashly. Oh, purple. Took me a while to realize, but this is probably Splatoon. I hadn't played that game, doesn't look like my kind of thing.
I'm right here.
I don't give a squid.
Get it.
Become the big 5-volt.
Game only.
That's a jigsaw piece, and that's an eraser. And now we can play Touched, an amazing WarioWare game. Didn't really do voice acting then, but it has so many little toys in it. It really felt like a toy.
Right.
Very befitting for the DS back then. Get Metroid out of here. Trashly time. Easy. If you don't have a projectile attack, you can go over Bowser and get the, bollocks, I hate cat! You can go over Bowser and get the axe. Come on, Golden Orbulon. TBW says WarioWare is like the exact opposite in my taste in games. I get that. This is definitely not for everyone. It's probably not even for that many people, but I really enjoy it. Something that Get It Together really has going for it is the...
Which is greater?
Oh, hold that thought. There we go. It's the dynamic between the characters. I like seeing them all appear together in the game.
Stay alive.
What game is that? No reading, no story, no multiple units to control seems right up Jake's alley. Uh-oh. Oh god, there we go. This will be the kind of thing that makes people say that Puro's not amazing to play as. Oh, he can eat the berries! Cool. Damn, this snapback. There we go. Eat the berry. There we go. Okay, flying characters would have no problem getting through this, but Puro's got to hit the on switch for one. There we go, or else we're going into the sink. Wonder if he gets anything for eating them all. Easy money. Budget Yoshi, hey, his tongue's got a lot bigger reach. He also looks really creepy. Give me those! Yeah.
Defeat all.
Excellent. Dibble's great at anything that you want projectile attacks for. Fires fast and accurately. This is a game I wanted to run in the weekly one-shot for quite a while, but it's just such a short game. 2, please. It's not a difficult game either.
Climb.
Uh-oh. Oh, this is the freaking worst for 9-volt. No! You can't control the way he's going. He just goes all the way to one direction, turns back and goes the other.
Flip him.
Feel the heat.
Get the coin.
So yeah, Cat and 9-volt, my two least favorites.
Hide.
But maybe if you get good at them, they're fine. Come on, Orbulon. Save Metroid.
Lost. Defeat.
Was that the second time we had Ashley versus Bowser? I think it is.
Spin it.
The fact that they constantly move make them very tough to use. It absolutely is. Pretty much all of the characters you have a good degree of control over. Pikmin, huh? That's on the short list.
Stay alive.
I played Patapon and I did not enjoy it, Face McSmuggler. So that's probably a cause to worry for how it would go with me and Pikman. Come on, I know what you're gonna do. Easy money. This would be nice if it weren't for all the bouncy balls. Get out of here. It's payday for young cricket.
Defeat all.
Oh no. Ah, too slow. Missed one of them.
Game only.
There we go.
For science.
Oh, I haven't seen Penny in a while. Orange for sure. Figured it'd be closer than that.
Find 2 ghosts. Beep beep. Climb.
Okay. Look how trivial that is when you're not playing as 9-volt.
Guide.
Get out of here. Yeah, even though I'm done with Metroid, it keeps on coming back. Did the Game Boy Advance have a built-in? Oh, freaking 9-volt! Did the Game Boy Advance have a built-in thing to know which... what do you even call it? The levelizer, the thing that tells whether you're tilting it or not. I don't know. You and you. Gyroscope.
Create path.
No!
Watch out.
God, I hate Cat and 9-volt.
Confess feelings.
I Kyle owe you. What game is that?
Which is greater? Still got it. Stay alive.
Oh, I'm trying to stay alive, but I've only got 1 health left. Let's do this, Ashley.
Clear course.
You're one of the best characters to do this with. Because you can just fly right on through. Don't get squished now. That was Penny's fate, don't let it be yours. Fire Emblem 3 houses. Huh. Wonder if I can just blitz through the... Oh no, no point risking it. Get life back. Call it a day. Alright, thanks to Trashly, we are just barely keeping ourselves alive. You get a lot more money in the minigames than WarioWare Gold, but there are a lot more uses for them too. Okay, Penny, let's keep the flow. There we go.
That's it. So ready. Defeat all.
No! Missed one with red there.
2 ghosts.
Oh, back to 1-hit kills.
Who won?
Purple. Just minimize the cat and 9-volt and we might be okay.
Spin it.
Oh, bollocks! Ah! Or maybe not. Pyoro just couldn't cut it. A lot of points, though. Thank you, please. As long as you clear 3 bosses, though, we're doing fine. What does it take to win? I mean, on story mode, you just need to clear 1 boss stage. Very simple. Otherwise, you're just playing against yourself. Let's go, Krygor. I think I played you the least.
They work. Precisely. Not again.
It speaks for itself, really.
Assemble.
There's always been this assemble robot style minigame in Wario, and I find it very difficult in this one. Let's go Golden Orbulon.
Light.
Piece of cake.
Look.
First one in.
Come on.
Oddly enough, 9 volt might be quite good for that one.
Cover up.
With style, leave it to me. Ninja speed.
Not cat.
Observe. Reaction.
Simple. Hi.
Attract.
So easy. Sit.
You made a short circuit, I would have failed you. I'm glad you're not the one judging this.
You chose well.
Demolish.
Oh no!
Learn from this.
I'm ready.
Not enough power, old man Mantis.
Indeed.
Find a signal.
That's nothing.
Happy to. Ready as ever.
Clear a path.
Did I just get mission accomplished? I must have unlocked all of the sci-fi levels then. Oh god, let me out of here! Whew.
Almost.
Clear screen.
Wicked.
Activated. Bring it.
Okay, what do we have to do for this one?
Grab.
Ah, right, we make sushi, no problem.
Assemble.
Very easy if you play as any character who can fly. Horrible if you play as someone that can't. You know, like freaking 9 volt. Also probably a bad one to play if your eye surgery failed.
Yay.
Easy.
Gladness. Time to
We'll just get 9 volt for that one next. Or 18 volt, God knows how that one would work. Okay, ever so glad we get 9 volt next and not 1 before. You miss one of those, you will not have time on the way back with him.
Pose.
Poor Krygor doesn't look very happy there. Krygor gets a rough life in practically all of them. He's always having tummy problems as well. In Gold, WarioWare Gold, Penny feeds him something that just gives him horrendous diarrhea. And the whole mini-games are about clearing out his guts. I kid you not. If anything, this game is a little light on the whole bodily functions compared to most WarioWare games. Although there is a save the toilet minigame, I guess. Oh, and of course there was that minigame in WarioWare where you just clean out a guy's congested nostrils.
Reaction.
Yeah, they're not shy about gross games in this one.
Find a signal.
It's actually a little tough as 5 volt there. Because you got to try a lot of them.
For science! The faster the better! Clear screen. Just like that.
I accept.
Penny, your very own Adblock Plus. Who are we playing as? Master Mantis? Easy money.
Lined up.
Go, 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 go! No! Okay, couldn't have timed that better though. Boss stage will get me the health back if Red can do it, and since Red is a flyer, he will have this one very easily taken care of. I've always wanted to eat cactus.
Assemble.
This is a trap, isn't it? I need to assemble them in order. Ah, not just sushi then. And then the next one's coming down to the left. To the left going up. Yeah. Yeah, you're right, Andarius. I'm just trying to drown in all the victory here so that Pokemon will be that bit less painful. Oh, give me the 10s. Yeah. They really don't give you a lot of time to get the coins in this. Alright, level 3 minigames now, Lulu. Don't let me down. She will let me down, by the way.
I'm honored.
Look.
Last one for Krygor. Go! There we go, all that Pilot Wings training paying off.
Pose.
Reeking 9 volt.
Go time. Cover up.
Good.
Fine. Make a match.
Oh Christ, what am I looking at? You and you know! What a miss.
Transport.
Excuse me, what?
Guide.
Maybe I need to break the pillar or something? I don't know.
Beep beep. Observe. Reaction.
You can tell they're level 3 ones, they just keep doing everything they can to give you a rough time. Oh no!
Not cool.
Yeah, not cool at all there.
Whoa, high score.
Good score. Always sucks to lose, but there is no winning, it just goes on forever.
I'm wiped out.
Alright, did all this, didn't we? There's nothing really to be said about the remix, so ignore that. It's just the same levels mashed together. Cat, Anna, what do you have for us?
Go.
Puppetry.
Yeah, this is a new character in the WarioWare lore, Leo. Never seen him before, not sure we'll ever see him again.
Free.
But that's how they like to do it in WarioWare. They just throw in new characters, they don't give a damn. And then everyone acts like they've always known each other. Damn, I hate you, 9V.
So easy. I'm right here.
In this game and this game only. Because you're perfectly fine in all the other games.
Works for me.
A challenge.
Collect.
I see. Swiftly done. Why not?
Flip.
Yes.
Go save the Koopas. I like the thumbs up there though.
Set free. Scare snakes.
You think this game will get DLC? I don't think a WarioWare game has ever had DLC.
Clear skies.
Then again, I'm not sure if any game had DLC on the 3DS.
Reunite. Drink up.
In levels that need water, Penny can cheat. She can just use her water powers on anything, like growing plants or
Feed.
letting animals drink.
Leave it to me.
Shoe.
Terrific. Watch out.
Crack.
Someone out there thinks dogs lay eggs.
It's time.
Alright, you're up for the boss stage here, Trashly. Thankfully, this boss stage, it doesn't matter who you use, even 9V will be fine here. In fact, 9V might even be preferable here. For now, Ashley, just enjoy the view. So there's a, one of those things. The pink thing, an eating zebra, and a jumping monkey. Pink thing, eating zebra, jumping monkey.
Question 1.
Who was by the water? Oh! Probably you. Whew!
Question 2.
Who had the food? You, of course. I am so bad at short-term memory, that's why I said out loud what I was seeing there. Jumping monkey. I hate every ape I see, from chimpanzee to chimpanzee. She'll never make a monkey out of me. Oh my gosh, I was wrong. It was Earth all along. You finally made a monkey out of me. Oh, I shouldn't have gone for the 10. Alright, that was easy stuff. Bring on the level up. Oh, I hate this one. There we go. That's something cats normally do on their own accord.
Feed.
Whew. That one feels like a real crap shot sometimes.
Shoo.
Oh no!
So exciting.
You almost let me down there, Mona. Letting me down is 9 volts job. I haven't seen you in a while, Wario. It's your own game.
Scare snakes.
But that's just how nice a guy Wario is. He doesn't mind his friends taking the limelight in his own game.
Break.
Oh jeez. You've let me down, old man.
Drink up.
Right, so if you don't have Penny, that's how you get the water.
Happy to. Look closely.
We got a cow, a panda, and something else. You.
Still got it. On it. Set free.
For science! Increase velocity!
Hey, you compare Wario to Mario? How many friends does Mario have?
So easy!
I'd hazard 0. He just hangs out with his brother.
Crack.
What?
Shoo.
Alright, keep it good for the boss stage. Come on, Golden Orbulon. Let's go in Safari. Be just like I'm back in Busch Gardens.
Remember.
Get out of here. Okay, we've got 2 lion-like things by the water, 2 eating zebras, and a whole load of giraffes. And I've already forgotten the first one we saw. And the second one. But there are a lot of jumping giraffes.
Question 1.
Giraffes. Oh, thank God this was here to remind... No! Thank goodness this was here to remind me what else there were. The lions were by the water, and the zebras were eating. Who wasn't there? You, of course. You practically answered this question with the last question.
Question 3.
Eating? Water. Lions are by the water. Oh yeah, Safari Master Orbulon at your service. He's so happy. He also acknowledges the cash grab. Oh yeah, there we go. His sucking up power helping me out here. Swell. Now we can almost afford ourselves another roll at the gacha. Okay, max level, and I've got max lives. Let's see how far I can push it.
Flip.
We'll save King Koopa. Come on, Lulu. You're not my favorite, but you gotta do this. I think there's a lot of current going on in the background there. Movement there's very hard.
Make them fly. Shoo. Free.
There we go. I could never be mad at Jimmy T here. He's so much fun. And he's got an Jimmy T got his own theme song in WarioWare Gold as well. And it was a damn good one. I forget what it was called. I mean, I know the lyrics to the song, I just don't know the song.
I'm right here. Reunite.
You're coming with me. You're all coming with me. There we go.
No worries.
This is the same one that you let me down on before, old man, but we got it done. Body rock. Thank you, Kiamp. It was body rock. Penguin,
Who's there?
cat thing. Well, we know penguin was there. Good enough. Yeah, body rock. Getting fit and funky, is that your desire? Get down and boogie till you catch fire? Easy there, Wario.
Feed.
Do giraffes not eat meat at all?
Shoo.
Yeah, they do. I've even seen a giraffe eat meat.
Crack.
DJs are born from eggs. Alright, come on, Penwise. Yeah, a giraffe will eat the placenta if it's young.
Remember.
Is placenta the right word? Probably. Okay, single flamingo by the water. Sleeping giraffes. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 eating crocs. Sleeping giraffes, eating crocs, and I forgot the first thing.
Question 1.
By the water. Oh, bollocks. You? Whew! Sleeping giraffes, eating crocs.
Question 3.
There were loads of crocs. Good job, Penny, keeping us alive at 4.
Showtime.
Famous video, cows eating little birds. Are you sure they were eating them? They're kind of like goats. They're real masticators. They'll kind of like almost nuzzle on something with their lips just to see if it's something that they do want to eat or not. Oh, this ain't happening. Damn cat!
Go time.
Shoo.
Then again, I don't know much about animals. All I know is what I see.
Free.
And I'm sure plenty of that is just imagined.
Make them fly.
There we go. Not going to use the bird there. Have Dibble shoot them to make them fly. Remove? How? Oh, like that? Close.
Move to the beat.
Clear skies.
Close. It's getting fast, though.
Stop.
There we go. I call her Trashly, but she's so good for so many minigames. Unlike you, 9-volt. There's probably a mission for 2 for 1 there, and we got it. And it's speeding up even more. Let's go 5-volt. Roll up the pill bugs. Oh, jeez. Go, go, Mona!
Shoo.
Bully the crustaceans, Wario. Master Mantis is at it. Nice.
Bring it.
Okay, can relax a bit with a trip to the safari. Right. You're gonna have to be my memory here. There are lots of elephants, 5 of them. There's a jumping crocodile. And 2 jumping parrots. 2 jumping parrots, a jumping croc, and a lot of elephants.
Question 1.
Who wasn't there? You, Zebra Boy. 2 jumping parrots, 1 jumping croc, and a bunch of elephants. There are mostly elephants. As there damn well should be. It's not a parrot, it's an arara. Well, I trust you to know. There we go. Very well done, Mike. Sadly, 1-up does not push you above 4. Detour is saying, long-time YouTube scrub and lurker here. Of all the times to come out of the woodwork. Freaking cat. Oh no! Terrible miss there. No! It's the second time I've lost life to that one. It's getting intense. Don't know why they're breaking toilets out of the ice, but... Panda, Bee Thing, and Zebra. Zebra's there. Lulu, get it. Get that as well. And off we go. Even the game's telling me to stop. Dribble. Okay, Jimmy T's at it. Oh, mistimed that horribly. 1 life left. How? 18 volt can't. Oh shh. Oh, too close for comfort. Damn. 9 volt trying to kill me off there. We'll just have her sleep through the whole thing. Okay, sleeping elephant, pair of zebras, jumping lions. Sleeping elephant, pair of something, jumping lions. Sleeping elephant? Sleeping elephant, pair of... Oh, I've forgotten already. You. And jumping... Well, whatever the last one is, it's lions. I don't know, I feel like there's a part in my brain that's meant to remember things short-term that just isn't there. I try and write to it, and it doesn't happen. Just immediate tape-loading error. Now, this isn't a viewer reduction strat, it's just a game I wanted to play. Nice job, Mantis. Wario's in. And doing it right. Liability time. Cover it up. There we go. With your freaking tongue. There we go, that's Orbulon's strong point. Scooping things up. Whew. No, let's not increase velocity, Penny. It's already going very quickly. Damn it, Anna. Oh, that isn't Anna, it's Cat. Damn you, Cat. That was a pretty good score, though, and worth plenty of gacha gaining coins. Alright, who's up? Oh yeah, Jimmy T. Can't go wrong with Jimmy. All the crew, of course. He's really big on working out. I can get behind his child labor laws here, too. Even the elderly must work. This guy doesn't make much of an appearance. His name's Joe. He's a recurring character, but he never gets to be in the main cast.
Start the music!
And now we're talking. Yeah, his moustache is music notes.
Flip.
Get over there.
Excellent.
Land.
There we go. They certainly did a good job on the visuals for this game. Well, there's a lot of good jobs they did on it. I just feel like something's missing compared to Gold. What's a slalom?
Goal.
Positive results.
Oh yeah. Turn it up.
Reel in.
There we go. Figuring out what to do real fast. Now that's the tricky part.
Bullseye.
Doing it. That's often not the problem. Unless you're playing as freaking Cat. Or 9 Volt. Oh, hello 9 Volt.
Down. Keep it up.
Upsy daisy. There's a minigame based all around this in the game. Not that part, but just a keep it up as long as you can routine.
Let's fly. Swim.
Trashley's up to bat. There we go. It was a close one, almost didn't work. How cruel.
Dodge. Get to the green.
There, easy for a flyer, that one. How is 9 Volt going to do that? I do not know.
Bring it.
Okay, Mike handles the boss stage again. What's this all about? Oh, it's good for a flyer, so Mike will be fine.
Climb.
It's very weird. You just grab the hands and move them up. I think that blocks underneath you will... Oh, right, yes, the birds.
Time to clean up.
Didn't even know that was a problem, but there you go. Grim. The dancing mannequins are a reference to Wario's boss Microgames' Smooth Moves. Smooth Moves. I can't remember all the bosses. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and there was a fifth. Phew. What a horrible one to do as Cat.
Shimmy.
Feel the heat.
Land.
Indeed. Impressive.
You bet.
Goal.
Get out of here. Don't think there's anything in the rules saying you can't bring a taxi and a rocket launcher into a game of water polo.
Reel in.
Oh yeah, Wario games are just endless references. So it's pretty good if you're in the know.
Down.
Heaven help me how it is if you're not.
Clear the way.
I know. Beep beep.
Block.
Come on, Mona, we gotta make our way towards the boss. Get that life back.
Pole.
No! Phew! God, I can't stand you, 9 Volt. I like him in all the other games, but here, playing as him is just horror.
Simple.
I'm honored.
Dodge.
Out of there, Krygor.
Train. Clear.
Clear what?
Kicking right.
Kicking a football.
Still got it.
If you don't clear the map on that one, you just gotta take a guess. Okay, this time let's shove away the birds. I wasn't even aware they were a threat.
Climb.
Yeah, come on, I thought I got the PAL version here. Why are they calling it soccer? Get out of here, bird. Easy now. Up you go. A scary looking guy. And he's got 6 toes. Nicely done, Wario. Back up to 4 lives. Pretty good. We've handled... Did I hear insane screaming there? We've handled 2 bosses. 3rd one and we'll be in the clear.
In the basket.
Don't miss now.
Good. Wow.
Inflate.
Oh no! Easy to miss with her, and then you're committed to your jump.
Pull.
Easy.
Pitch perfect.
Clear the way.
Slipped up.
Not good. Not good. Oh, doubly not good. Okay, got it.
Bullseye.
That's my jam. Okay.
Knock down.
I didn't even realize I was there. Already got it cleared by the time it opened up.
Block.
Master Mantis, let's do it.
Excellent.
Train.
I don't know if that's meant to be a reference to anything, but they got the Muscle Man from Rhythm Heaven. Oh no! Ah, dang it.
Dodge.
Sweet.
Let down by Penny of all people in succeeding with 9 volt. What's the world coming to? The parachute was controlled by Baron, hence the scream. Poor Baron. How's that Metro game? It looks horrible, so not my cuppa. Alright, let's do this. Trashly should be one of the best characters to do this with. Should be able to handle birds, no problem. Like so. Up we go, up we go! Oh no, Baron couldn't even clear Big Al. 8 hours in and 3 levels cleared. Not his finest moment. Well, you know, everyone's got their strengths and their weaknesses. It's just some people seem to have every weakness. We haven't done Ashley's level yet, have we? Now that is the real foodie game. Oh! Okay, whew. Even though I killed Krygor there, it was still a victory.
No worries. Go.
Fly time's my time, Orbulon, go! Orbulon just absorbs the goalie.
Count.
Love Orbulon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8! There was an 8! It came out of nowhere at the end. Ah, and I've got Anna here. It's not Anna, it's Cat, but Cat and Anna are twins, so they might as well be the same. Go, 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 go! Close.
2 hits.
Wow. This is going bad. Excuse me? No.
This isn't over.
I think it is over. We failed. And by failed, I mean won. You always fail in the end. We managed to clear 3 bosses, so we get the mission complete.
Just a quick nap.
No, no time for napping. The time has come for eating.
Time to do this.
This is where fan art goes to die.
Dinner time. Okay. Entree inventado. Abraca hamburger. Snackle taco.
It's the worrying thought that someone somewhere gets off to that. Alright, let's groove. At least you'll get one hell of a theme tune to it. Short-lived, though.
It's a me.
Get out.
There we go.
Take that.
Dodge.
I'm not a big fan of dough rings, but it's kind of a guilty pleasure food occasionally. Eating it going, I don't like this, but it's gotta be a good one though. Crispy Kreme maybe, but I should learn to make my own. They can't be hard.
Blend.
Then I can fill them with whatever the hell I want. I cook something new every week. I might make donuts. Donuts something I give a go to.
My turn.
Do you have a deep fat fryer? No. No, I do not. Despite being Scottish. Truly, I've given up my nationality.
I'm ready.
Yeah, cherry filling for a donut. That would be nice.
Indeed. You bet.
Feed.
Isn't a meat donut just a, dumpling? Ugh, it's Anna. It's not Anna, it's Cat. Jeez. Keep getting them mixed up.
Go time.
Take a seat.
In tune.
A challenge.
Light.
Splendid. Come on.
Need.
Green pizza. That sounds delicious. It is boss time 18 volt. You're a complicated one, so don't let me down. How in God's name is 18 volt meant to do this? Ah, okay. They're moving hoop things at the top. That'll make things easier for me.
Juice. Don't spill.
Okay, that's good. He can actually squash the things next to him. That makes my life easier. Over we go. There's doubtlessly a timer here somewhere. Ah, right, they are on a timer. Alright. Fill her up. This is horrible with 18 volt because he takes so long to go from A to B. Oh, but if you stand on one of these, hey, easy. Got it all figured out. Me too, real Niels. I might do another shot on Penny's level just to enjoy the theme tune a bit more. And then I'll go and quickly grab dinner before Pokemon. Oh, and of course we'll roll the gacha, right? And after we've played as all these characters, chat will have a more informed opinion on their favourite, so we'll gift up the favourite one. Aim left, you idiot! except by left, I of course meant right.
Happy to. Serve.
Curry.
So proud.
Tighten the timing there with 5 volt.
Finish.
I guess the tricky part will be people knowing what the names of each characters are. I'm trying to say them whenever they appear, like that's Penny and this is Lulu.
Escape.
I'm honored.
Peel.
Here goes Krygor. Peel that banana. Oh, couldn't peel it in time.
Adjust.
Golden Orbulon. Ah, finally! 23 levels in, Wario appears in his own game.
Ready.
Beep beep.
Go. With style.
The hell was that?
Erase T.
Playing as Cat is so bad.
High velocity.
I need some health back, a lot of health.
Lead. Remove.
The chef guy that you saw over on the right there, on the pizza kneading thing, he's from one of the worst minigames in WarioWare Gold. He judges you when you try to make a cake. It takes forever and it's very hard to do.
If I must.
Alright, Trashly, you're doing your own boss stage. Fortunately, Ashley is going to be amazing at doing this one, so there should be no excuse for failure.
Juice. Don't spill.
Well, I don't plan on it. Even when I aim down, it flips to up. I really need to just go back and return this controller. But it might be a problem with the controller just in general. Even if I got a new one, it might have the same issue. I don't know, I'll look into anyone that's had similar issues. Surely somebody's figured out how to undo it. But yeah, you press down, it just flicks up. Press left, it flicks right. I'll look into calibrating it, but otherwise just return the damn thing. Although I don't have the box for it. Oh, I got the receipt. Do they accept receipt and no box? I mean, who keeps the box for these kinds of things? Flush 100 Trashly. Not good enough though. I need to buy Gacha for Best Girl Orbulon.
Leave the candy.
How? Oh, right, we can lick through the plate. Look left, you idiot! There we go. Half my place is just old box. That sounds horrible. Nice.
Finish.
God, I love raw sweet corn. Almost as much as I love cooked sweet corn. What does that look more like? Whew.
Fired up. Turn it up.
Blend.
Alright, this one, thankfully, is 18 volt specialty. And he knows it.
Adjust.
I should not have done this level now, it's making me pretty damn hungry.
So good. Love it.
It's me.
Roll.
Back we go. Oh, this is a good one for you, Wario.
For science.
Get all Katamari on it.
Place S and Z.
Oh. Oh, damn, I think one of my water things shot out and hit the wrong character.
Knock them down.
Very. Come on, Golden Orbulon. We're close. Bird and coffee.
Find the fruit.
That means you're the fruit. I had to track 2 of them. Couldn't track the 3rd.
Light.
Activated.
Alright, get this done and we're in the clear here. Dribble. And Dribble should be very good for this because he's a flyer. Seems like a very inefficient way to juice your grapes. Also, who juices grapes? Well, I guess some Harvest Moon Back to Nature characters love grape juice. Jeff, maybe? Duke will get angry if you give him that. You might notice there's a little thing on the right. The juice man will get very unhappy with you if you spill too much. And I'm spilling. See if we can make him a bit angrier. Yeah, there we go. Oh, he's getting real angry. Get real angry like. There we go. All is forgiven. How do you think wine is made? Well, the only wine I particularly enjoy is plum wine. So, I don't know. Maybe they juice the plums. Nicely done, Dribble. 26% better than Trashly. Oh, hello, Trashly.
Get out. On it. Adjust. Yes.
That one's tough. Can't get rid of too many of them, or you... oh, Omuraisu.
A challenge.
Leave the candy.
Oh... Phew. That was not Old Man Mantis's strong point.
Peel. Adjust.
Okay, now it's nothing but going faster. Oh, and might not be for much longer.
Quick work. So ready. Erase V and X.
Goodbye. Definitely Red's strong point there. Precision is what Red can do.
Why not?
Hello again, Wario. Clarter it.
Ready. Beep beep. Faster. Watch. Find the chili.
Phew. Had to guess there. I was only tracking the cake. Thought for sure it'd be find the cake.
Need.
No! Oh god. Thought putting it on the floor would be game over there. Come on, Orbulon, keep us at 3 lives, otherwise it's down to 1. Actually, Orbulon should probably be very good at this. But it is getting faster, and there's a time limit on each of these things. Alright. Oh god, I spilled a ton of them over to the side there. Alright, when it's a big one like this, you're always safe just doing it in the center. Okay, oh, not okay. Eat that. No! Okay. It's flashing at me. Not in a good way. There we go. I like the idea of people like Dvolante9 coming in going, what is going on? I imagine it's not immediately clear, and I don't even think it's that clear after a wee while. But such is the nature of WarioWare. And to think this is all to fuel our gacha.
Leave the candy.
Almost. Phew.
Adjust.
Don't sound so miserable, Ashley. We're doing this for you.
To me. Keep it up.
Go time.
Dodge.
Whoa. too close for comfort. You're already going fast enough there, 9-volt. Nice. SV. Feed the guy with his mouth open. Level 70. This is getting a bit hardcore. Watch for what? Chicken or coffee? Wait, would the cooked bird have worked? Not the bomb. Get out! Oh, bollocks. There is pressure, Crygor. Don't let me down. Juice like your big bald head depends on it, because it does. It's too fast. Too fast for comfort. Also, kill that. There we go. Very nicely done. Crygor better for that than I had imagined. Oh, you're getting them everywhere. Come on, Crygor. 60 is the lowest yet. Okay, but we got a little bit of a safety zone, which we're going to blow through very quickly. Phew. Go, Penny. Go, 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 go! Lulu time. Young Cricket. Oh, barely. Cat's here to let us down. Yeah, as expected. Oh, and followed up with you, 9-volt. S, 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 S. Whew. Feed hoop. There we go. Come on, Pio Pio. Nice, you were perfect for that. Chili or apple? Whoa, it's close. Come on, save us! Oh no, it's you again, 18-volt. But I think we figured this out, right? Might be a bit harder since it's going so freaking fast. Oh, right. I can't just sit there because the bees and that will get me. Unless I get them first. Hey. Oh! Dang. That was a killer score. 90 is pretty intense on that. Whew. My right thumb's kinda, you know. Yeah, you and me both. Not to mention I'm really hungry. And I've almost got all those points I need for Gacha. We're gonna do one more run on Penny's song because we secretly all like the tune. Don't worry, nobody has to admit it, but it is really good.
Watch out.
It's quite nice to play as one character, so you don't have to keep rethinking your controls. That said, Penny has some of the worst controls in the game. You go the opposite way that you're aiming, and you can stop yourself. Oh no! Go! There we go.
Hit. Defog.
I mean, don't get me wrong, it's no body rock. And it's no Trashly song. But I think it's just always nice when a character gets their own song in a game. Krygor's never gotten his own song. What are they saying there? I don't think it sounds like what it is.
Deliver. Empty.
Oh yeah, that's what I like about the song. It's got rhythm heaven feelings to it.
Drink up.
Rhythm heaven songs are so damn good. Remix 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh.
Find the light.
What did she make for me?
Knock down. Balance.
Pose for the fans, yeah! Bollocks. Whew. Can only break the ones that have cracks in them there. Found that out to my demise before.
Get the coin. Take a seat.
Oh, something strange about Penny's run is that there are no boss songs, so if you lose life, it's gone for good.
Match.
1, 3... There. I hate that one as Penny.
Adjust.
Speaking of ones I don't like as Penny, there we go. Anything you need to be precise with, Penny is just chaos. Now look at the rate at which she fires her water cannon. Each of those is a hit.
Ring.
This guy's been stung in the lips by bees.
Ring. Train.
Alright, get swole. I think you only get Rhythm Fever Man if you do that on level 1.
Exit.
Okay, let's just ignore all... Oh, damn, we can't. We have to go to low weight. There's a fan at the top blowing you down. I bet 5 Volt would love that level.
Hammer. Dodge.
Duck and weave, Penny. Duck and weave.
Watch out.
Oh yeah, Wario gets his theme tune, but it's just this really menacing sounding song. As he fights with Lulu in the background, it's so damn good. Yeah, as I say many times, WarioWare Gold is the coup de grace of WarioWare games. Oh bollocks, this is nasty. There we go. Covering up cat crap, I've done plenty of that in my life.
Dodge.
Now, having a cat is pretty great, but like everything, there's a balance to it. There are upsides and downs. Alright, cheat it.
Hypnotize.
First off, kill the... Oh no! Look at the thing! Look at the thing! Damn it. He gets distracted by the butterfly, you have to kill it, but I can't shoot it through the chains, so that cost me.
Goal.
Yeah, in your face, goalie.
Finish.
Oh, I could go for some sweet corn right about now. Grilled with butter on it.
Watch out.
Keep it simple. What the hell? Uh-oh, uh-oh. There. I noticed at the end there was a free spot at the top, but I wasn't going to move.
Sport.
Right, this one didn't go... How in God's name you meant to do that one with Pyoro? Wow, okay.
Match.
No, no, yes.
Spin it.
Aren't those creepy things from one of the Mario games that you see in the distance? They were like an urban legend for a while. Let's go, Penny! Feed the one with the open mouth. Well, that was a bit more complicated than normal. Break blocks, hit a button, all to get out. Ah, dang. Haven't played Luigi's Mansion. I'm considering it for spooky month. Flag? A flag? A flag? A flag? A flag there. No, Penny. Faster is not necessarily better. Phew. Uh-oh, this ain't going well. There. Okay, that was close, but we got it. Oh no, no, I missed completely there. Last life, Penwise. Oh. Okay, we're still in it. Or not. Thwarted by the edge of the screen. That was a pretty good score, though.
I need a power nap.
Pretty damn good score. For the penny levels. Alright, what do we get? Unlocked all the games in high-tech and sports. In fact, we've unlocked every game. We've mastered the sports, mastered the foods, and yeah, we mastered Penny's mix. Oh, drowning in the points and we're not even done. 800 points for breaking the 2 blocks at once. Shot under the goalie? Hell yes. Play level 3 of Apple Drop from Food as Mona. Clear it by dropping all the apples out shaking the tree. Yes. And we get points for bringing up Orbulon, which means, oh, we can crank out the gacha here. It allows you to buy some things straight up, but unless it's level 4 or above, I am not interested. Or I suppose if it's something I don't already have. No, I go to the dancing chickeny things. Give me the rare ones. I'll get 30 rare ones and like 50 common ones. Ooh, we got a 5-star. Double S plus card right there. Our own multi-story building. Lucky us. And by lucky, I mean we just pay enough. Freaking gacha. I wonder if they put out games like this just to incentivize more people to be playing more gacha. They get addicted to this kind of gameplay and then they hunger for a game that they can do it more. Except suddenly they're older and have more money. Disgusting. I don't think I've ever played a real money gacha game. I plan on keeping it that way. And that's the problem, you start getting the 5 stars and then you only want the 5 stars. Well, there's a chance to get 5-star here in the scrubby gacha, but I'm not holding my breath on it. Oh, a couple of 4 stars, including a golden credit card. Wario loves those. Well, say what you want about Nintendo, and there are plenty of horrible things you can say about them. They do have quite a lot of integrity for their brand. So I wouldn't expect to see a WarioWare crappy mobile game, even though that would be in brand for Wario. Is that a Rafelza? The really stinky, awful looking plant? Ooh, Rubber Ducky, 2-star. We haven't seen you before. Now we have. I think we can get even more points for our gacha if we manage to get all of the different gacha prizes. But we're having a hard time finding new ones. Okay, one more crank after this one and we're done. Of course we gotta give these gifts out. We've seen them all before. So, out of all of them, I think we have everything other than all the super rares. Golden egg, company building, spaceship, meteorite. So yeah, there's probably going to be a lot of coins spent on getting these last unknown ones. There's our rubber ducky. King of the tub. Right, let's give out the presents then. Who do we love, chat? You generally tend to go for level 15 on everyone, because you get a points bonus on that. I don't know what... I think it's level 30 we want to bring people up to the top. But who does chat like? We'll gift them up to the hilt. I'm just going to thumb in the air this one. Thankfully, names are all on screen. I don't need to read them out. Wario, Mike, Jimmy, Ashley, Wario 9, Penny, Wario, Cricket, Dribble, Wario, Mike, all. A lot of people loving Wario. Alright, let's gift up Wario. What would Wario like? We already know some of the things he likes. He likes the golden credit card, the bodybuilder statue of himself, cell phones, headphones, garlic, of course. He likes ugly paintings. Let's give him a pubic hair. Oh, he loves it. Okay. How about a soda can tab? He doesn't seem too keen on that. How about a cashew nut? He does not like cashew nuts. A roll of toilet paper? Whoa. That's a Wario from maybe 15 months ago. Right. How about a paper wrestler? Bleh. Let's give him something swankier. Here's a spaceship Wario. Oh, he likes it. Doesn't super like it, but Jings, look at the points it's reeling in for him. Oh, apparently we do like you now. Got a lot. Here's a dumbbell. You probably like dumbbells. Oh, a wee bit. And we'll also give him a pair of socks with Wario's face on them. Yeah, I thought he'd like wearing himself, but he's a guy that likes his clothes the way they are, so there we go. We can customize you with all sorts, but as I said, I tend to prefer keeping them vanilla. Oh, we got the artwork for you as well. So Wario setting up his own little business there. And his awesome motorcycle as well, which I think he can eat to restore health in Smash Brothers. JJ would have to correct me on that one. Alright, there was a lot of love for Jimmy coming in as well. Let's give him some presents. Would you like a pubic hair? Why do people love that so much? How about some milk? Figures he'd like that for keeping his bones strong for all his working out. Some grapes? You like some fruit? That's okay. Maybe a banana? Good for potassium? No, he does not like bananas. Such rich lore we're getting for the characters here. Have a rubber ducky. Bet he loves those. Oh, he does. Got some character art for him as well. Football? He'll doubtlessly have football. The Brazilian with him calls out. And a rugby ball as well. Yeah. Let's get some meat on those bones, Jimmy T. He's not that excited about marbled meat. I would be. Manga meat? Okay. Oh, didn't think he was so herbivorous. You can have a bodybuilder statue of Wario as well. Oh, he likes that. We'll get him up to level 15 then by giving him his very own manhole cover. And also a cobweb. Yeah, I wouldn't be too excited either. I might be impressed that someone managed to give me an intact cobweb as a present, but probably not pleased about it. There we go, got him up to head honcho. And we'll get one more person leveled up. Come on, chat, who else do we like out of these, out of this list of folks?
The stage awaits.
Mission accepted.
Definitely not Cat.
Ninja, haiku.
Mike.
And a 2.
Trashly. Oh, I've already done Trashly. Alright, we'll do Mike then, because I've done nothing for you. Alright, Mike, do you like half-eaten apples?
Expression of thanks.
Somewhat. Do you like pubic hairs?
I will accept this. Humans drool.
How about a cobweb?
If you insist.
Alright, let's cut to the chase here. Here's your own company building.
So I sing la la la.
Now we're talking. Yeah, I suppose I'd love somebody too if they gave me an entire building.
Humans drool.
Got him up to level 15 just like that. I want to give that golden egg and golden card to somebody. They seem like heavy hitters. There's Dr. Krygor, either fixing or dreaming of making Mike. Mike posing. Mike and Dorothy won. Dorothy 1 appeared in WarioWare Gold and beat the crap out of Dr. Krygor. And what the hell is that? The enhanced Mike. Might be running out of people to bring up. Yeah, I'm really running out of them. Alright. I said Mike would be the last, but let's show our love for 5 Volt. She is pretty damn powerful. Here's your own yacht. Yeah, I can read them like books. Would you also like a golden egg? We haven't seen Mr. 5 Volt, so I can only assume that you could do with a bit of fiscal help. And we'll give you our own credit card as well. Need just a little bit to get her over the finish line as well, so here's a pubic hair. And a dandelion seed. Fan-bloody-tastic. There's 5 Volt and Fronk. 5 Volt and some weird duo of kimono and apron. She's a gamer as well. What is she playing? Oh, she must be playing the augmented reality stuff that 9 Volt had. There's her after a busy day cleaning the house. And aw, that must be a newly born 9 Volt. How adorable. Right, but nothing's more adorable quite like getting that sweet gacha. Now I am out of coins, but by leveling those folks up, we cleared some missions for love. And that's going to give us just enough to crank out one more. Come on. Bash them out, give me the rare ones. Well, we got our yacht back, and we got our golden credit card back. And we got another Hanny. The rest of those are just really bog standard 3 stars though. But we can squeeze out just a little bit more. Gotcha! We got the triple S plus 5-star private island. X. Oh, we can't not give that to somebody. Alright, last time I'm going to bother with you, chat. Who gets their own private island?
The experiment begins. Buckle up.
Oh, we didn't see much of him, but that's Spitz. And this is Anna. And you'll only see those if you're playing multiplayer, which is a shame. I hope they release something that lets you switch between which of these you want to play as if you're doing one player only. 9 Volt, Pyro... Nah. Alright, we'll do 9 Volt then. Alright, 9 Volt. You look like you're about 4 years old, but I think you're ready to have your own private island. A lovely island full of plants and animals for the like. Okay, for the person who has everything.
Guess I'll take it.
You scuzzbucket! You're not grateful for getting your own private island. Wow, he was only a green arrow, which is pretty meh towards it. Well, there he is playing an old-style Game Boy with, what's built into that? Is that a Game Boy camera? I think it is. Those things drank battery like no tomorrow. How did the old-style Game Boys drink batteries as much as they did? They took in 4 AA batteries and they only ran a very simple mono speaker with a dot matrix that was something like less than 100 by 100. How did they eat so much battery? That's him with and without the helmet, skating around. He's always been in a skateboard, that isn't new for WarioWare GIT. There's him and Mummy. And there's him, Fronk, and 18 Volt battling against whatever the hell that is. Man, I like his augmented reality helmet. Want one of my own, but needs to have the augmented reality game. Okay, right. We're done with streaming this. I wanted to fill up some time between now and Pokemon, but Pokemon was 11 minutes ago and I haven't had dinner yet, so I'm going to go and grab dinner and come back and we're going to continue to grow our Pokemon roster and put them through the absolute meat grinder that is Radical Red. I'll be back once I'm done eating, whenever that is. I don't know, I was pretty hungry after watching those Trashly levels. So when I am, or until I am, it's a cheers and a cheerio. And better music than High Fleet.